Hey guys. Okay, so I wanted to take a minute and really preparing for minimalist living. So I've seen any videos on this, and I would say it's probably the most difficult part of minimalism. We accumulate so many things in our life. At 35 years old, and even being a single woman, no kids or anything, I have so much stuff, and I have begun this purging of things long before deciding, or not deciding, but being able to actually live in a tiny home. Or for me, it'll be an Airstream. So taking all of the things I have now, materialistic and necessities, I just wanted to kind of share with y'all what I have done thus far. On Facebook, there's the different groups that are local to where you live, and of course Craigslist. I try not to use Craigslist because it is a complete stranger. You don't know who it is that's going to be, coming to your house that maybe you don't want them to know. But whenever you use something like Facebook, even if it's not a friend of yours, we're still knowing who this person is. We can look at their profile. We have that information. And a lot of them just do a pickup or front porch pickup, which is really cool. I live in an apartment, so I typically bring down or have to have someone come up and help me move these things. But at least I know who this person is, and that person knows that I know who they are. So it's not nearly as dangerous, I would say. So what I've done thus far is, for instance, like today, I went through all my dishes. I've decided that I'm probably going to need more of plastic other than breakable dishes, because things are going to get tousled around while I'm driving in the Airstream and whatnot, and I don't want to have to really invest in different gadgets, if you will, to keep these things in place and yada yada. Not so worried about it. That's actually gone pretty well, and then you think you have all this decor and these things. So my goal is sell what I can on these Facebook groups, and the other items that I know are useful, but something I don't want to mess with. If I could post it for $2 or $5, I donate to Women's Protective Services, and there's usually a way to get to their donation location and drop things off between business hours, 7 days a week, I believe, which I really, really love, because if you think Women's Protective Services, these are women who abruptly leave their homes for a secure place, and they typically will leave all things behind, but take their kids with them. So the best way I like to describe what you can take to Women's Protective Services is whatever you use from the moment you wake up in the morning till you go to sleep, all of the things in between that you use are you can donate to Women's Protective Services. That could be old makeup that you want to throw away, give it to them. Razors, shower curtains, pots, pans, sheets. As far as gently used undergarments, and this can be for female or male, I've taken literally everything to Women's Protective Services that you can think of, and they appreciate it so much. And especially if you are a business, it can be a write-off. They'll just hand you the receipt. You can use that. You can write it off under your donations whenever tax season comes, which is like pretty quick. So I highly suggest donating anything and everything to Women's Protective Services. If you want to take it to a Goodwill or a commercial business such as Goodwill or Salvation Army, you have to remember, yes, they are providing jobs for our community, but they also will go turn around and sell those items for probably more than you would have sold them outright. But to me, it's not even about that. It's you're providing for people in need, women in need who have been in an abusive relationship or what have you, and those items are going to be way more appreciated than dropping them off at a Goodwill. You don't know where they're going. So other than that, I'm open to any suggestions you have on how to consolidate items. I'm really, really trying to figure this out. For instance, I'm a seamstress. I sew a lot. I have multiple sewing machines, and I have a ton of fabric and all the accoutrements that go with it. I'm trying to think of a really clever way to compartmentalize all of those items. So if you have any tips, I'm all ears for that, or eyes if you're going to type it. So up next, I'll probably have some more videos based on like my steps of how I'm getting rid of these things. But yeah, thanks guys. Bye.